Welcome to MalcolmPresents.com with my favorite show, the Tush Twins.
The Tush
Tush
Twins.
Twins. Malcolm Presents is the newest streaming shows on the internet. And we're on every week with another show, and we have all our shows recorded so you could hear all the pearls of wisdom.
Lots of pearls.
Not necessarily from me.
Okay, well.
Some pearls.
But anyway, do now that I did my intro, you do your intro, Max.
I will do my intro.
We're gonna have the redhead do an intro.
I want an intro too.
You want to do it? Do it.
Welcome to the Tush Twins. Take it, Max.
Well, Lucy and Ethel, I'm looking at you above. Yesterday, I watched the Lucy show on Paramount Plus, and they had the seance with Tilly.
Lucy,
I will now
Ethel to Tilly.
I will now contact Tilly. Ethel to Tilly. Ethel to Tilly. God, I don't know.
Come in, Tilly.
So anyway, we're way past what we usually do, but hey, we're comparing ourselves to other duos, famous duos. We're the best duo. Move over, Laverne and Shirley and Thelma and Louise and in cartoon Betty and Wilma, because here comes
Lucy and Ethel. Then we come in second.
Numero uno, always. So we have tales of friendship from Brooklyn, and we're going to hit on Brooklyn a lot today and beyond, because moi, Maxine Faith, and you over there on the screen in New Jersey, Rusty Redhead Paula Rose, will bring you through our 50 plus years of friendship with some levity, drama, joy, and unabashed plutonic love. From Brighton to Coney, NYC to the burbs, and out to the whole wide world, we have been through it all, and we'll take you through our journey. We know each other so long and so well, our atomic particles have been joined at the tush. So enjoy our tales. And today we were going to touch. You had actual tails, and you gave me a tail. You gave me a tail. I have to find the tail. It was actually and a thing that said Bunny Max. I actually had a Bunny Max. Yeah, I don't know.
I have my tail.
Right. Well,
and I have my Bunny Rusty.
Right.
And I found an old paycheck.
An old paycheck.
Uncashed?
Yeah, it was cash, but now it's stub. Pay stub. An old pay stub.
Right.
It was funny. I have to find it again.
You put it in a frame and put it on your wall.
Yeah. I'm putting it with all my other pictures and all my memorabilia.
Mitch he once got a check from someone. I forgot which some big music thing, and it was for 12 cents. The check was literally made out for 12 cents.
Yeah.
Cost more to mail it, to produce it, do whatever. 12 cents. Of course, he had it up.
I have a lot of people I know in where I live in Los Angeles who are like widows of actors, and they still get residuals from when the actor appears on the screen. Some of they get like $1, $1.50.
Right. Sure. Yeah. So he had it up on his fridge forever.
I think Paula is getting bored. She's leaving us.
Yeah, it's okay. So anyway, we all grew up in Brooklyn. Mostly us, the Rusty and I were tail end of the 50s and through the 60s into the beginning of the 70s. I know you were because you're a tiny bit older, so you have probably more. I'm talking about Malcolm, not you yet. Although you are older than me.
Shut
up. I'm not sorry to say, but I remember the 50s.
You remember the 50s?
I remember the 50s.
We were kind of we were mid 50s, so we didn't really we did things.
We did 50s things,
but it was more 60s for us and early 70s in Brooklyn, I think. I mean, we as kids, it seemed that we would just literally go outside for a whole day, and our moms would scream, You know, like that commercial was, "Hey, Anthony, come in, for spaghetti," So, but at like 5:30, 6 o'clock, all the mothers would scream at the same time, "Time to come for dinner." Right, dinner.
Well, my father would whistle.
Right. I'm not getting it.
Really loud. And then we all knew my father was looking for us, and he would do it loud, that tune. And that was our call to come home.
Right. Well, my mom would say, "Dinner, get in the house." So I knew, but everyone's mom screamed at almost the same time. So you knew you knew you were coming in. And so to say the least, they were not helicopter parents. Not at all.
No.
You went out, you didn't have a helmet when you rode your bike. You fell off the monkey bars, you fell on the ground, you scraped yourself, used some spit, used some dirt. And if it was that bad, you went home to the dreaded mercurochrome, right there.
I hated that red iodine mercurochrome.
Mercurochrome was even worse than iodine. And then you put a Band-Aid on. Your mom or dad put your Band-Aid on, mostly moms, and you went back to play. And you didn't really care, You
didn't cry every time you fell.
Me?
No, you never cried.
Oh, I wouldn't cry.
You never cried when you fell.
No, I don't know. I don't know about the girls cry. The guys didn't.
We didn't cry.
We didn't cry.
We're pretty damn tough.
Well, you didn't hang out in the same group that I did, but most of the time the girls played with the girls and the boys played with the boys.
Not us.
Not us.
We played with the boys.
The thing that I remember when my kids were growing up, which is actually, they're 27, 25, so it hadn't been that long ago, but you had to take them to parks to play. You had to take them someplace to play or do
play dates, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have play dates.
When I was a kid, I lived in an apartment house that had 54 units. And there were probably within the 2-year range, there were probably about 20 boys that were 2 years older, 2 years younger, or my age. Right. And we get out, in the summer day, we get out in the street. We had a little chalk. We would go into the gutter.
Yeah. Into the street.
One-way street. We get in the gutter. The one sewer was home plate. You go up, 10 yards. You drew first base. You go to the back sewer with second base. You go back and went parallel to the first base, and you had third.
That was stickball, right?
That was stickball, and we played punch ball.
And you played punch ball. And if that wasn't, and there weren't enough kids, we played something called triangle.
Triangle.
Instead of going the long way, we did the short way from one curb to another curb. So at one curb, you put a home plate. Second curb, then the other curb, you did first base, and then the cross, you did third base. And instead of punching, you had a pitcher in the middle that would throw the ball on a bounce, and then you would slap it.
Really?
Oh, no, we never played that.
Triangle.
Didn't have that.
We played punch ball, stick ball. We used to take chalk and make freeze tag, iron tag.
Scully.
Scully. Yeah,
with the bottle caps.
Bottle caps.
Right.
Love that game.
And every crack was another game. Like you go on the sidewalk where they had the streets were like in boxes. So you had different things. You had hit the penny.
Right.
Yes, we played that. I played that almost every night.
We played that a zillion times.
And then we had baseball. You could do with 2 kids. You took three blocks, and you would stay in one, and you'd throw into the third box, and the other kid would have to slap it.
Right.
And he would have to slap it over. If you got it in the center box, you were out. And you had to slap it into the third box.
Well.
And there were 3 outs. And then we had did you play off the wall?
Yeah, we played stoop ball. We played off the wall. Stoop ball was a big one.
Yeah,
stoop ball, and you would hit one step. If you hit it, then
one step and it bounced over. Yeah, you'd have different points of what you hit, and you have to catch it. If you missed it on the bounce, you were done. Or one bounce, whatever. We made up games.
Well,
yes, we did.
We used to play the game King, which was the big popular game.
What's
I
that?
heard that one.
against an apartment house wall. And
Yeah.
again, you would have a box. This box would be yours. You would be the king. Then there was a next box over would be queen, jack, 10. And it was a little like handball, except the ball had to bounce before it hit the wall.
Okay.
Right. Now the
No,
only
we-
box today is Xbox.
Yeah.
Yes.
Completely different.
If it hit your box, you had to hit the ball. And
Oh.
if you got out, you got a K. And yes, every time you got out, you got a K or an I or an N or a G.
They're mostly
King, you're
baseball games, but we play mostly tag, Ringolevio, war. I declare war on you. Throw
Oh,
the
I
ball
remember
and they have to catch that.
freeze tag. Freeze tag.
Yes.
Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1,
Mhm.
2, 3. There
And
were
this was all out on the streets.
all
On
the
the
streets.
street. And the best part about being in the middle of the street, one person was look out and go car, and everyone would get
Right.
off the street.
We never had
Yeah.
to look out. You could see like about 10 yards up there was a
Yeah,
car.
but we still had
And
look
yeah,
someone looking out,
car.
car. Or
Yeah,
I would
we-
yell to Maxine, come on out and play.
And as far as I know, no one was ever hit by, back in my memory, no one was hit by a car.
Yeah.
Nah, they
Well,
all knew.
It was, it was a different frame of mind back then. I don't remember, I guess as a kid sitting in the car, I wouldn't know, but I traveled a lot with my folks and we went to Florida a lot. We did a
Mhm.
lot of road trips. I never remembered getting a fear of road rage or some crackpot to take out a gun and shoot me or something. I mean, I
No.
never felt that way. The violence, it might have been around, but it wasn't to
It's
the
prevalent
level
as it is
that
today.
and it wasn't to the level we weren't fearing going outside, or we didn't, going to school, or I cannot imagine today sending your kid to school now with what's
And
going
also
on.
letting your kids go out and play in the streets like we did. You're
can't.
worried that then they can't do that anymore.
No.
People are crazy.
People are crazy. And
We used to go to Coney Island ourselves. Well, we weren't supposed to, but we used to go.
Wait, we used to go to, let me rephrase that. We used to go to Coney Island
Coney
ourselves.
Island.
We weren't supposed to go.
Supposed to.
Supposed to go.
we weren't, but
Well, we
did.
went. We got on our bicycles and we went. We
Yep,
went to the cyclone. We went to the tornado. We
Yep.
went to the
And 3 of us spit in one
Didn't-
thing. Could you imagine trying to do that today? No
you,
way,
me, and
man.
Mel. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Oh God, I
It was
can't even.
25 cents and 10 cents for a re-ride.
Now it's like $8 with $5 a re-ride. It might even be more now. I don't even know. Unless you get a pass.
The 3 big rides when I was a kid was, of course, the cyclone. You had
Yeah.
the bobsled and the
Bobsled,
but
tornado.
the cyclone was a big one. Are you bored?
Yes. I'm just tired.
The cyclone
Wake up.
was.
I can't drink coffee.
Why? Are you
I
thinking?
have my,
I thought it
have,
went. I thought it's off. I thought you got it off.
no, tomorrow is, no, it is. So, but tomorrow's my
Uh,
test.
You have a thingy?
She has a thingy. Never mind. We're going off topic. No thingies.
Yeah, it's okay.
No
We-
thingies
we
being.
have
I don't
talked
have
to.
a thingy. He has a
don't-
thingy,
He
not me.
has a thingy.
I
The
have a
only
thingy,
one with
but
a thingy is
But I'm a man.
Malcolm.
But I'm a man.
I know. That's why you
You're
have a
supposed to
You
thingy.
have
have
a thingy.
You're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a thingy.
No thingy.
Oh God, help me.
But anyway.
Yes.
And then the parachute jump. I never went on the parachute jump, and I gave myself the reason because it was too expensive.
No,
But I think
I
the
went
real
on.
reason is because I was afraid.
I
You
love
just-
the parachute jump and I love the Wonder Wheel and the
Wonder Wheel.
caterpillar. Do you remember the caterpillar ride?
We're gonna definitely go on the Wonder Wheel, and for those brave folks, the Cyclone.
Yeah, when you go back to Coney for
We'll
the
be there for the
Reunion?
reunion.
We're gonna do some interviews when we're there. We're gonna
We're
take
gonna
our
we're
big
gonna
phone.
we'll take our we can do it off the phones, and then
Oh, yeah.
we
and take
could
some
probably
pictures.
we'll take pictures. We'll do these.
I'm supposed to be getting some intern coming in to do some of the shows, which I'm eventually we might be able to cut those into the shows. Do some
Oh,
editing.
cool.
that would be something.
But
All right.
I used to love also was the scooter rides. Remember that big scooter
Ooh.
ride right next to Nathan's?
Scooter ride. I'm not sure.
Scooter,
about
you
that.
mean
scooter cars.
the car,
Oh, you mean the
bumper cars?
bumper
Yeah, the
cars
bumper
or the?
cars. They used to call them scooters.
Bumper cars.
Oh, they used
The
to call them
oh,
scooters.
scooters.
Yeah, the
Oh,
bumper
these are bumper
cars.
cars. El Dorado.
It's
That was
still
the big
there.
one
One of
there.
them is still there. I know there's bumper cars
But
there. They're still
I don't
there.
know. There was a big one. The biggest was right next to. There was Nathan's in the corner of Stillwell Avenue, and then there was that little alleyway
Yes.
where they had the
Yep.
corn. Right over there was a bumper rides, the scooters.
Mm.
The scooters.
And you used to go. In those days, you wanted to crash into somebody. If you knew
Yeah.
somebody and you saw them,
If you knew
would
them,
take
you
the
would-
scooter
you
and
They used to
crash.
do that on the bumper cars.
Yeah, same
That's
thing.
probably why I have a bad neck today.
We can't take you nowhere, I tell you.
Yeah.
Nowhere. Nowhere fast.
And then I used to go. There was remember me and my friend. We were about 16. There was what's called a girly show.
A
Ooh.
girly show.
Yeah, and it really wasn't bad. They were like women. They're like Hawaiian dancers with grass skirts.
Oh,
And I remember one Sandra. And we used to
Sandra.
go and
Sandra?
take a look at them. Of course, today, women are dressed scantier than they were.
I like the animal nursery.
Yeah, we had fun with that. Your
Yes,
sister, we
we used
took
to go.
Ivy there.
You took Ivy there once.
Well, we babysat for her and we figured we needed to occupy her somehow. So
I don't remember
Yeah.
the.
I don't know if you can see this, but this is a picture of the cyclone.
Cyclone. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And let me see.
And this is a picture of me.
Wow.
the cyclone.
Before your hair was straight.
Yeah, that's my natural curl.
You should let your natural curl count go in.
This
I'm
is what's
trying.
in this is what's in front of Steeplechase now. It's the actual
Georgie Tillieu.
see?
George Tillieu.
That's when I was there
Brilliant.
in 2020 during the pandemic, and I could not even go to Nathan's because the line was long and no one was wearing masks, and this was
Yeah.
pandemic time. So
Yeah.
I never made it. You had to keep your distance. They had signs, keep your distance, but no one
Distance.
kept their distance. No one kept their
No.
distance.
Now, I remember Nathan's. There's one guy in the hot dogs. I think he'd worked there 20 years. He was so fast. He used to have the tongs. He would get the hot dogs, give it to you, and take.
Yep.
And then take your money with the tongs and give you your change with the other hand.
Yep. They knew that then. It was
I mean, because they were fast. Because there were lines. They were 20 deep.
right.
Back on a good weekend at Nathan's.
Right. We went to the Brighton Beach baths, but there were other baths apparently. Did you know
Well,
there
no.
was something called steeplechase baths?
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
know
Yes,
that.
that was not the baths that you like we had. Those are more like the Russian type of bath. My grandfather used to go to the Washington baths.
Yeah,
they-
would
Washington
go in there.
baths,
They
the
used to go in there.
Ravenhall.
Those were all
Bushman
with-
baths, Starches.
No,
Starches.
They were called schwitzes.
Yes.
Schwitzes, yes.
Yep.
Schwitzes
My
by the
grandfathers
Bushmen.
used to go there, especially to
My
the
uncle used to
Washington.
come to my house every weekend, take my father, and we go to the Schwitz.
Right. Well,
And when we were dirty young boys, there was a place that the older women would go. Wasn't unisex; it was separated. But they used to have an area that the women would like sunbathe nude or topless.
mhm.
And
Ooh.
there was an area on the street that was blocked off, with wood. But some of the wood you could see through. They had the nut holes. And
Oh,
you saw the line of 12, 13-year-old boys looking at the nut holes.
yeah, that sounds about right.
See
Yes.
That's all
But-
right.
but-
My
but it was
brother
older
Phil.
women. Yeah, I remember that. I would say, "What's so good about it?" Because their breasts, hung down to their knees.
That's what we used to see at the baths.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
We would
God.
We'd walk through and we'd go, we would literally like cringe. We were walking through.
The women's
Oh God, the
chest
locker room.
area would be down to their knees.
Yeah, it
And we
was-
used to laugh
we
and
used to
say,
sing-
"We gotta tie them up
No,
in
no.
bows."
That's that we used to sing. Do your tits
Does
hang
your head
low?
hang
Do they
low?
wobble
Do
through
they
and
go
fro?
in a
Can you
bow?
tie them in a knot?
Can you tie them in a bow?
Oh boy, it was
that song.
that was the song, and the end of it went, "Do your tits hang low?" You know,
Oh,
and the Brighton Beach Beths, that was the place, boy. I mean,
we had a locker. We always had a locker.
Always saw the.
Wait, was that part of Brighton Private?
That was Brighton Private.
Was
Beach
Brighton
Baths were
Private.
Private.
Yeah, you
yes.
needed to get in. You had to be a member or know a member with a guest pass.
Yeah, I remember.
Or we used to go out into the beach area,
Right,
get our handstand, go like this,
right,
and
and
meet
then
our
go
friends.
like that,
They go like that, and they would
right.
go in. They would
And it would go. It would somehow would go underneath the light.
I was a poor boy from Coney Island, and to me, the people that were Brighton Private were the rich folks.
Oh yeah, that was us.
That's us, so rich. It was $50 for adults for a year and $25 for children for the year. Right. So my mom would always be a member, and I would, and my sister. She didn't pay because she was too young at that time. Your mom would pay and you would pay, but we stopped going at 13.
Yeah, well, we became members of the Shorefront Y. And then we were, CITs for a couple of summers there. So we didn't go to the baths.
When I was like, 15, 16, 17, I lived on Coney Island on 36th Street, which was a block outside of Seagate. The big place in Seagate is the Riviera.
Yes.
And they had that, Seagate had a private beach. You had to have a pass with your picture to get in there.
Oh, really?
And you had to live there.
We've been in there, though. We used to take a bicycle.
Well, we used to bike to it, but we never was able to totally get in there. I don't know how
we were able to get in there once or twice. I think we snuck in.
I think
it probably snuck in because along the whole shorefront, along the whole beach, it was fenced off. And
I know.
And on main streets, that they had the fence open, but there was always a private guard there.
Yeah.
Actually, we called them the police.
Well, because
you had to show
to get in.
You had to show
pass. Right. You couldn't.
And we used to go there because that's where you could the Riviera. You could play handball. They had there. They had basketball courts. They had a little snack bar that you get hot dogs and pizza.
Right.
And then in the evening, they had at that place. They had a jukebox, and there was dancing.
Oh.
And they had girls.
Those things.
Can you imagine that? Girls.
Well, we played with
You didn't play with girls?
We had, when we were younger, we had, it was a lot of boys. It was like
our group was boys and girls.
It was a combination. We didn't
really
separate. Yeah, we didn't really separate too much, except when we hit middle school, that changed. But through grade school, through like sixth grade,
we were top boys, sixth grade. No, sixth grade.
No, sixth grade. No, I think things changed a little because sixth grade we thought teachers were cute, and it changed. There was a definite change in sixth grade.
It's technically known as puberty.
Something like that.
All of a sudden, you saw boys. And
in seventh grade, everyone was going steady.
And they weren't the enemy anymore.
Yeah,
they were never the enemy for us.
We never had.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we were always like my birthday parties. They had equal girls and boys growing up.
But you saw them with a different viewpoint.
Yes, we did. When we were
I didn't
older.
really see them at all like that.
Or you still haven't seen them at all like that.
I haven't seen them, and I don't really care. Who knows?
well, that's known as post-puberty.
Yes.
Way post-puberty now.
It's called way post.
There was something called menopause.
Yeah.
You put men on pause.
Right.
That's the good. That's actually good. I like that. I like that one.
There's a great play called Menopause. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
No, I wanted to go see it.
Yeah, it's playing someplace around you.
It's always been playing around.
I saw it in Las Vegas.
It's actually playing near me
and there was like about, I think it's like 5-6 women who meet by accident at I think it's Bonwit Hill or one of the major department stores in Manhattan. And each of them tells a different story. But what they do it to music. They take a famous song but they put their own words into it
To it.
about what's happening to them, their body, their frame of mind during this period of menopause.
Excuse me,
Wow.
I'm hot. I'm always hot. I'm
Right.
sweating. I'm
Yeah.
hot.
And it's hilarious.
I'm hot.
Yeah, if you can get the album, well, go. It's probably on YouTube.
I'm sure you can get
But
that.
get the album. I mean, literally, we were rolling in the aisles.
It's supposed
Gotta
to
go
be
see
funny.
that.
Yeah, I think it was
But
actually.
anyway, back to Coney Island.
Well,
Coney Island.
I remember when I got to be like about 17, 18, 19, the place to be was Bay 2, which is Coney Island Avenue.
Bay 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Bay
Bay
2
3.
is the other side from me. Yeah. Well,
I was
happened-
by Bay 3. My
Yeah.
house, I was on right 7th Street, was on Bay 3.
Well, if I walk straight down from my house down to the beach, I would hit Bay 7. And
Yeah, well, there's
yeah,
a little too far down, but Bay 2, Bay 3 is for some reason, I think that's where the train stopped. And a lot of the girls or people coming to the beach.
The tornado, by the way.
the tornado. We were on that. They have a
Many
new ride
times.
now. There's a new ride in what they're calling now Luna Park something. And
Yeah.
there's a new ride that I've got to try. Except the problem is I think it might turn you around upside down or something.
No.
I can't do
I
that.
can't.
I'm not in with that. Yeah, I see.
But I remember, aside from the rides in
Wow.
Coney Island, the games.
Right. There were
Oh,
a
the
lot
games growing up. We had so much fun playing these
Yeah,
games. We
not
played
knocking down-
Johnny on the Pony.
No,
One,
not the
two,
games. The
three.
games in Coney Island.
the games in
Oh.
Coney.
carnival games.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Yeah,
carnival games.
Spill the milk. They have these like a milk carton, these milk containers that look like, and you had to throw the ball to knock them off and they were like on a table.
Right.
I won too many goldfish.
If you win a goldfish, that's it. They had the little ping pong balls that you had to throw in.
Balls. Yeah, this poor fish.
But I had a friend of mine.
What
that
was
such a
Pokerama?
pig fan.
Pokerama.
What?
Pokerama. What was that?
Pokerama.
Yeah, it was on the thing you sent with
I'm
things.
not sure that they had something called Poker Roll.
This says
which is,
Pokerama. I don't
I'm
know.
not sure what Pokerama. There was a Poker Roll. I worked in a penny arcade.
Yeah, they had a lot of those.
Faber's Penny Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
There were two of them. There was one down on Surf Avenue, one out on the boardwalk. And I used to be what's called a comment show attendant. I was a guy that had the change apron
Oh,
and the
okay.
long poles. So like
Okay.
if they had the poker roll, that's what where you had to, you sat at a table and you rolled a ball under it.
Oh, right.
Ski
Right.
ball. We
Maybe
used to play
maybe
ski
that's
ball.
what Pokerama was.
I don't know. Ski
Pokeball.
ball.
That makes
Ski
sense.
ball. We used to go to play skee ball all the time.
Yeah.
And then when Les and my ex-husband and Max and I, all of a sudden around 11, 12 at night, go, I want to play, pinball. We get in the car and drive all the way to Asbury Park.
Yeah. Well.
Boom.
Do you remember those days, Max?
Oh, we used to do a lot of dumb things, but yeah. There were
The days
times.
of Utes.
The days of youth.
But I haven't, and as everybody knows or should know, I live out in Los Angeles now, and I haven't really been back to New York in years. In fact, probably like about 14 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, nobody lives there anymore. Yeah,
I
if
live
I
there.
wanna
What are you
visit my
talking
family-
about?
If I want to visit my family, I have to go to Delray, Florida.
Oh, well,
Okay, that's not a bad place to go.
But anyway, what was I going to say?
if you
forget
if you
what I was
got
gonna
rid
say
of the
now.
governor, it'd be even better. So,
All right, let's not bring that up because I will scream.
don't say gay. Hey, woohoo!
Done.
Florida.
Duh.
You won't catch me buying stuff in
Well,
Florida.
Yeah, the thing is different. There was no gay in Brooklyn.
No,
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 who said that? Maybe you didn't know.
I don't remember.
we didn't know back then.
Well, we didn't know, and
Well,
whoever
actually,
they-
whoever was gay would not come out. They'd be afraid.
And
to.
we didn't care if they did come out.
Right.
We
They
never
did-
cared.
Well, there
I
were a
know
few
someone who
people
came out.
You guys that
and-
we used to call effeminate.
Yes.
Oh,
feminine.
yes.
But
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that hung out with the most women because the most effeminate guys I know. I don't even know if they were gay, but they were fantastic dancers in high
Well,
school.
it was the theater group, the theater
Yes.
crowd. You know,
And all the
that
women
always,
hang around, and I had 2 left feet.
well, that you needed to take dance lessons.
But anyway, guys, do you realize
but-
our days in Coney Island are coming to a near end?
Oh no, we got to go
wanna
back.
on the Wonder
We're going on the
Wheel.
Wonder Wheel. There's
That's my
no
favorite.
doubt.
I want to take anyone who hasn't been on it on the
I
Wonder
don't
Wheel.
know.
That
I
makes
think
me happy.
Is that
problem
an
is-
invitation to a rodents?
The problem, yeah.
Come over.
Well, no, I think I'd be surprised, but
You
who
never
knows if
know.
some people in
Can you
our
imagine, you
in
know,
our
you give the
group
date
from
and where-
Lincoln.
You give the date and where you were, and you're going to have 6,000 people show up.
Yeah, no, not doing that. Ain't gonna happen. You don't know the date and you don't know when. So I'm not telling.
I'm going to tell anybody, if you want the date, go to Malcolm presents at gmail.com.
No.
It's Malcolm
No.
presents at gmail.com, and I give you where to meet these girls.
If you want to go visit Malcolm, he's located at 27 422. I could do that too. Can play the
Well,
same game.
I'm located in Los Angeles. Just come up and call me anytime.
Okay. Well, first they have to email you. So no knocking on the door without.
But anyway,
all right, guys.
Okay, you do our closing, Max.
There is no closing other than we are the
There's
fabulous.
no closing. There has to be a closing.
We are the Tush Twins.
We are the fabulous Tush Twins.
The music and the fanfare.
Follow us on malcolmpresents.com. You can hear this show and past shows, and please drop us a line. See if there's any thing you want to talk about. And if anyone knows us and has questions, you can send them to malcolmpresents.com. What's your email, Malcolm?
Malcolmpresents@gmail.com.
Malcolmpresents@gmail.com. So,
and if you want to join us, if you're a Coney Island person and have
you want to be a guest, if you want to be a guest on the show, we'd love to have you come on.
We'll interview you about your experiences. It could be, you could be
Zoom
living here
you
now as a teenager.
Right.
So
if the Twilight Zone. But really, if you do want to come on as a guest and talk about your experiences in Brooklyn or anywhere else, and have a friendship, a long-going friendship that maybe you and that friend want to come on and we can banter it about, that would be cool too.
Yeah, well,
So-
all you need is
I dare you. I double dare you all to do that.
all you need is a computer.
All you
and
need
a
is
camera, and I can link you in.
we can link you in, we can zoom
And you could be
in,
any
and
place throughout the world.
Zoom you.
we'll
Zoom you.
Zoom and
Zoom.
me.
Anyway, guys,
All
you have
right.
a good weekend. Be
You
careful.
too. Have a good one.
Peace out. Shalom.
It's
Peace
tough.
out.
It's tough out there.
It's summertime. We had the solstice.
You
It's summer.
realize Israel is going to elect a new government now? They're dissolving the parliament.
This is way off
Again?
topic.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Anyway,
Again?
bye.
Ciao.
Shalom.
Shalom. Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.